Okay, so for today, the message that I was hearing was integration. Okay, so it's like there's a lot of us right now. If you know, you know. Okay. Well, just like even with like the last, video, is like there's a lot of spirits around. There's a lot of monitoring spirits. Okay, so it's nothing for us to be scared or worried or paranoid about, though. So the card that I pulled for you guys is Nest. Okay, we have charity, generosity, and gratitude. I feel like that's definitely something that Spirit has been like really heavy with me lately, is staying in gratitude no matter what. Staying in gratitude no matter the situation. Staying in gratitude no matter, the outcomes. Staying in gratitude no matter how you feel, like really how you feel. And honestly, and here's the thing, right? We don't want to like ignore how we're feeling. Like we want to definitely like acknowledge how we're feeling. We want to address how we're feeling, and we want to honor our emotions and allow ourselves to feel what it is that we need to feel. However, like it is important for us to be aware and just know that emotions come and go. Like they come, they pass through us, and then they leave, So that's why it's important to acknowledge it and honor it, feel it, allow yourself to feel it, but then like move on from it and bring yourself back to gratitude. So, okay, feeling frustration, pain, hurt, sadness, whatever it is. Okay, I feel that. What is it about it that, I feel? Okay, acknowledge it. I see that. I understand. I'm valid. I feel, you get me? Like, I see myself. Like, you want to acknowledge yourself, because maybe you guys don't have anybody in your life that, like, acknowledges you, or you don't have anybody in your life, or, like, people think that you are some type of way or something like that. Or, I don't know. I'm getting kind of, like, judgy vibes. Like, people are like, yeah, judgy. Like, they see you, and I don't know if it's because of your appearance, or maybe it was like for some of you it could actually be like an old version of you, or like a past version of you. Maybe this is people that you know, but it's like they see you like a certain type of way, and like I don't know, I don't think they get it. Like, they don't get it. They're like, I don't get it. Because they like see you some type of way, and they're like failing to acknowledge like who you currently are, like who you are at your core. I don't know if there's some people in your life that kind of hold things over your head, like maybe something that you did in the past, or something that you said in the past. And they're like, well, you said this and that. And you're like, that was 5 years ago. That was 10 years ago. And they're just like, yeah, well, I don't forget. So it's like, okay, if you're dealing with people like that, you need to, well, no, I'm sorry. You can do whatever you need to do. But you are being advised to keep your distance, at least, from these people, because they are holding on to grudges. They are holding on to resentment. They are holding on to hurt, anger, pain, And so all of those emotions, like I said, right? The emotions are supposed to flow through us, and then that's it. We're not supposed to stay stuck in the emotion, okay? These people are stuck in their emotions. And so when you're stuck in an emotion, especially if it's a negative emotion, or it's a polar opposite of, happy emotions, then that's going to weigh eventually on the person, whoever is carrying it, Like, I don't know where I heard this before, but this is what I'm seeing right now, is like holding a bag of bricks. Each brick representing something that hurt you, or someone that hurt you, or a situation. Okay, so one brick, okay, my job, I was hurt at my job. Another brick, my relationship, going through a breakup. you know, the third one, you know, I don't know, you know, for some of us, like losing, you know, someone close to us, you know, so grieving and, you know, going through that, which I don't know, maybe that one was a bad example, because I don't know how you ever like let go of that, but it does get lighter. That load does get lighter over some time, but it's always gonna hurt. I feel like that one, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, you get my example though. I'm going too far, but the bricks representing something or someone that hurt you. Okay, this person gave me an attitude, so there's another brick. You know, whatever it is. And you're carrying this bag of bricks, and you're dragging the bricks everywhere. Imagine if you had to carry a bag of bricks, and each brick represents something or someone or person, place, or thing that has hurt you. And now you're like holding onto this bag of bricks, and you have to carry it everywhere, no matter what you're doing. Like using the bathroom, you have to carry the bag of bricks. How are you gonna do that? You get me? It's like holding on to this stuff, it like almost doesn't even allow you to like function as a functioning adult, you know. And that's how these people feel too. It's like they feel like they can't even function half the time, because they can't, because their mind is so preoccupied, their heart is so heavy, their spirit is carrying a bag of bricks, you know. So that's why spirit advises us to acknowledge our emotions, allow ourselves to feel it, honor it, and then allow it to pass. Because if we get stuck, then, you know, then we're not going to be able to fulfill whatever it is that God is calling us to fulfill. And that's not fair. That's not fair to you. It's not fair to the collective, because at the end of the day, most of you guys are being called to share your light, to just be you, to just be you. And you being you is like a leadership role, and so you are here to actually like help the collective, whether it's being inspiring people, being a good mom, being a good dad, being a good brother, being a good sister, being a good spouse, you know, whatever it is. Like, you're just meant to just be your best self. Like, you're meant to spread love, you're meant to spread, you know, your light again. So don't allow the distractions to stop you from what it is that you know that you're meant to do. Okay, because some of you guys are like, actually, I don't know what I'm meant to do. It's coming. Okay, that you're gonna have some type of realizations. It's all starting to piece together. But the reason, if you are in that position right now, the reason why it hasn't come yet, because, you know, you were still learning life lessons, you were still releasing, you were still cutting loose ends, you were still, you know, closing out cycles, you were still, you know, breaking ancestral chains. And it's like you couldn't move forward into this next chapter until you fully closed those doors. I'm seeing like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you know. And the universe is like, okay, we're trying to give you these blessings, but you are still in the midst of transitions. So it's coming, but just know that it might be taking some time for whatever reason, because of what is happening on the outside. Like, we cannot see. Maybe you could feel it, but maybe some of you guys actually can see. But I don't know if you're doubting yourself, or I think all collectively we have been experiencing heavy energy, not just within our own personal lives, but within the world as well. There's so much going on around us. You know, no families deserve to be separated. No families deserve to be detained or put in cages for whatever reason. And nobody deserves to be bombed. That's crazy. So there's a lot spiritually happening within our world, okay? It's always been like this. It's a cycle that continues to repeat itself. And so just like our world and our earth has cycles that are repeating itself, we all individually have these cycles that are repeating itself, and like stopping the cycles starts with us, starts within us first. So if you've been working on breaking the cycles, breaking patterns, doing things differently from the way your parents did or the way your grandparents did, then you've already been putting in the work, you see. And so that's exactly what Spirit wants us to do right now, is to put in the work to continue to do that's what we're being called to do. Because the help starts at home. And when we can help ourselves, and when we can break those cycles and break those chains, that creates a ripple effect. And that will actually help inspire others energetically without them probably even realizing, And so you see how all of that like combined is good, is good for all of us, like we need that. So that's what our earth needs right now. That's what our collective needs, is for all of us to be doing our best. I got this coffee, protein coffee. It's really, really yummy. At first I was like, but after a couple of sips I'm like, so yeah, moving your body might be coming up for you too. I don't know if you guys are feeling like you need to get in the gym, or like you want to get in the gym. Maybe that's another struggle. It's like some of you feel like you need to get, like, I have to get in the gym. Like, ugh, que hueva. Like, who wants to? I mean, no, some people really do love working out, but like, let's be real, who wants to work out? Like, come on. Like, I know for me, I'm a heavy Taurus. Like, I'm a double Taurus, and so I just want to be in bed. I just want to be cuddled and cozied up in bed in my nest. Literally. Okay, so like there. Moving our body, even feeling grateful that we're able to move our body. But also, don't beat yourself up if you can't get yourself to move your body. Sometimes that happens too. Dealing with so much trauma, dealing with so much distress, dealing with so much, manipulation and abuse, and closing out all of these cycles is exhausting. It can literally wear and tear on your body and on just your spirit and your soul in general. Once you're going through your shadow work and you're healing these parts of yourself and this part of your, internal world, your life, rewiring your brain, rewriting your life, okay? After some time, it may show up physically within your body. Your body, if it hasn't released it energetically, it can show up as like high levels of cortisol. So like having a hard time losing fat, especially like belly fat and stuff like that. Like that is all stress, So if you're having a hard time losing weight and then you're feeling discouraged and you're just like, you just want to give up, it's the stress. So first you need to manage your mind and your emotions, and you need to just focus on your emotions and your mind and your heart and your soul and your spirit. Then once you feel better within yourself in that way, then you can go ahead and attempt to move your body again. Because if you're moving your body and you're feeling like shit internally, you're not gonna see results. Like, you could be on a deficit, you could be on a, you could be hitting all your protein goals, like you could do whatever it is that you are doing, you could do it all correctly, and your body is going to be so stubborn, and you're not gonna be able to achieve your body goals the way that you're trying to, you know. I don't even think, like, really the results are not the same. Like, get your mind right first, get your heart right first, and then allow yourself to get into it, because then your body's going to be receptive. It's going to be receptive to change. Okay. I'm also hearing hold your vision. So not just with your body, but with your mind, with your life, with your goals, with your dreams, with your aspirations, with your manifestations. Okay. Hold your vision. Hold on to the vision. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming soon. You're being redirected. You're being shifted. You're being guided. You're being moved out of. You're being moved forward. Okay, take what resonates. I'm also hearing follow your true north. Follow your true north. Confirmation you made the right choice. I don't know who needs to hear that. Don't look back. I'm seeing that story. Gosh, I wish I had my other phone right now, but where the angels helped the family. Was it out of Jerusalem? I don't know. Someone corrects me if you know the details, but the angels told them, you know, whatever you do, don't look back. They're escaping this town, and the wife looks back and she turns to salt. She turns to dirt. Something like that. I believe it's salt, a pile of salt. And it's like, don't look back, because you don't want to be turned into a pile of salt. Don't look back. Looking back is meant to stunt your growth, okay? Some of you guys were like really like being like almost like dragged back in a sense. I'm literally seeing like somebody grab you from the back of your shirt and like grabbing you. Now you're like your whole body, like you're so weak, like your body is just weak, like you can't even get up, you can't fight back. You were just being dragged, some of you by the hair, and like that is not a beautiful sight, okay? That is a horrible, triggering sight, which, sorry if that was triggering, but that's the visuals that I was getting, and that might be significant for someone too, which, you know, please reach out to even me if you need help. Like, I will find resources for you if you guys need. So, you know, there's a lot of things like that, again, could be very significant. And I know that it's hard when you are in those situations. You do feel helpless. You do feel like you can't fight back. And some of these people, some of these situations beat you so bad that you couldn't fight back. You physically couldn't fight back, okay? Like, and it's not okay. It's not okay. Maybe it became your norm at some point, but like it's not normal, and it shouldn't be your norm anymore. Okay, maybe that is an old norm for an old version of you, a past version of you, but this version of you now, the version of you that you've been working so hard to get to and to come into union with, that is no longer your norm, okay? That is unhealthy. That is not okay. That is abuse, okay? And you deserve the world. You deserve the best. You deserve somebody who is going to honor you, somebody who is going to respect you, somebody who is going to encourage you to be in your loving, beautiful, angelic energy, okay? Because a lot of you guys are earth angels. So you deserve someone who is going to help you regulate your nervous system, not wreck it. Okay, why was I seeing Wreck-It Ralph? Like, no. No, that energy, it has to go. That energy is crazy. That energy doesn't deserve your light. And the fact that you continuously hold space for this energy is insane. They know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. You deserve the best, okay? And Also, like, here's another thing that I'm just hearing and getting is like, release any guilt and shame that you have about holding on to this energy or about not releasing it sooner. Because people can tell you all day long, like, just leave them, just walk away, like, yeah, duh. Like, you know, people can tell you this all day long. People can lecture you until they're blue in the face about leaving and why didn't you leave sooner and da da da. Like, if people haven't experienced that themselves personally, then it's going to be hard for them to understand why any, you know, victim of abuse in that way stays. Okay, even if it wasn't physical, if you're just dealing with emotional abuse, or if you were dealing with emotional abuse, narcissistic abuse, you know, it's still just as bad, because it's very detrimental to your actual brain and causes physical brain damage. Literal holes. It creates holes in your brain. Like, let that sink in. Okay, so when someone tells a victim, just leave, like, cut the energy, cut the cord, cut the contract, da da da, like, it's not as easy as it seems, and it's not as easy as it sounds. And also, however long you are in this connection is however long you're supposed to be in the connection. At the end of the day, everything is a soul contract, and until that soul contract is either completed or, like, broken within, you know, permission, like authority, if you are able to get authority to break a soul contract and you're able to do it, and or you're able to find somebody to help you do it, okay. But sometimes nobody has authority to break a soul contract. Even if you hire someone to break a soul contract, if that soul contract is not meant to be broken until a certain time, then nothing and no one is going to be able to rip or break the soul contract. It has to play out. It has to run its course. So, like, don't allow anybody to make you feel guilty or bad for staying for however long that you stayed, or for trying however many times that you tried. Okay, if that was a part of your soul contract, then there's nothing anybody could do or say. Okay, so release guilt or shame if that's an emotion, because that's what I was feeling right now, is like, release that. Fuck what people think, fuck what people say. Again, unless they've experienced themselves, they have really no room to talk, you know. And also, some of these people think that some of these people are, this is like a different kind of collective actually that I'm getting now. It's like, some of these people, they think that they're giving people good advice, or they think that they're being like this, like, heroic person, like, giving advice, but actually they're not being called to give advice. And them giving advice is coming from a place of ego. Them giving advice is coming from a place of feeling like superiority. These people are feeling like above, like, they feel like they're above everybody. They feel like they're perfect. They feel like they're just, like, perfectly, like, mwah, chef's kiss, you know. Which, yeah, maybe they're, like, you know, like, attractive people, or maybe they, you know, do good things for the community or something like that. I don't know. That just feels fake. It feels like a facade. It feels like these are the type of people that there feels like know-it-alls. They feel like, I don't know, they feel like they're just, like, taking it upon themselves to spread awareness and to spread positivity and light, but actually they're not, because it's not coming from a place of light. It's coming from a place of ego. So every time they try to give advice, or anytime they try to say something, like, tell people to do something, people are not feeling the love or the light from that. They're feeling judgment. Okay, they're feeling like it's demanding. It's coming off demanding. It's coming off as judgmental. It's coming off as a command. It's coming off as bossy. It's coming off as, you think you're better than me, which is not the case. So there's a lot of people in the collective right now that need to experience an ego death. There's a lot of people coming from a place of da-da-da-da, like, I'm better than you. I don't know. I can't. I hate that energy. I can't. Whew, no. I can't do it. It's so irritating. Okay, so allow these people to experience whatever they need to experience. If you need to disconnect from them or distance yourself from them or pull your energy back from them or completely cut off communication from them, go for it. Do what you need to do, because at the end of the day, we got to get our mind right? So if there is something or someone that is bothering us, bothering our spirit, it's okay and it's valid to remove them from your life, okay? And for some of you, like, I feel like with everything, you don't owe anybody an explanation. Oh, why did you block me? Because, like, do I need to give you a reason? They know what the fuck they do. You get me? Like, they know what they're about. They know the energy that they come with. So I think some of them that even reach out to ask is like, they just want to hear it from you. They almost like need confirmation. Like, they're just like, I'm not the bad person, am I? But yeah, they are. They're the problem. You know how when people are like, oh, I'm just like, oh, sorry, you're not I'm the problem. No, you're the problem. They're the problem. So it's like you are almost like, no, you're the problem. You need to go. Bye. Reflect. Hopefully they can reflect and be better. So that is what I was getting. I hope that helped in some way. You know, don't feel bad for doing what you got to do for yourself, okay? These people don't feel bad when they do what they got to do for themselves. When you are dealing with this, remember to bring your focus back to self, back to feeling gratitude, even for these people, even for these connections, even for these situations, because at the end of the day, all of this is a part of the life lessons. All of this is meant to teach us something. Confirmation, okay? It's meant to teach us something. So again, bringing the awareness back to gratitude. Okay, thank you, universe, for allowing me to experience this person, allowing me to experience their behavior, allowing me to experience, you know, whatever it is that they put me through, allowing me to experience the fact that I allowed myself to experience that. You see, there's actually a lot of things that we could be grateful in every situation. So as long as we can focus on that and bring ourselves back to ourselves in that way, that's what's going to help push all of that energy out of our energy, and it's going to help us ascend and move forward within our energy, okay? That's what the universe is trying to get us to do right now, okay? I'm gonna say this again. Charity and generosity are the other two words coming up. So I'm just hearing and seeing like giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. So the more that you give, the more that you receive. But you want to make sure that you're giving from a place of true love. Like, okay, I want to give this because I know this would benefit somebody else, you know? Not just like, okay, I'm going to give this so I could get a blessing back. No, don't do it like that, okay? If you feel that, then better to not give, because you're going to receive a weird energy back, and you don't want that, because it's going to be like a karmic thing. So to avoid that, don't give until your heart feels ready to give. And you can pray on this. If you like find yourself and see yourself feeling like you don't want to give because you're just like coming from a place of, okay, if I give this, I know I'll get blessed. That's your ego. So pray for that. Like, you know, universe, please, God, like, help me release my ego. Help me get rid of my ego. Like, help me see my ego. What is it that I'm not seeing? You know, and release those emotions. Once you can feel it gone, and once you can feel like, okay, I truly actually want to give because this is what I feel in my heart I should do, that's when you give, okay? So I don't know if you need to hear that, but yeah. So anyways, I hope this was so helpful. I love you guys. I will see you guys soon. Bye.